perspectives.
Well, hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Today I will talk about my book, is The Client. So I'm going to talk about that it was written by John Grisham, published in 1993. Throughout his career, he has published more than 27 books, and also Grisham witnessed the shocking testimony of a 12 years old rape victim. So in his spare time and as a hobby, he has started to work on his first novel related with that. So that's how he introduced to the world of writing. And The Client tells the story of a boy, Mark Sway, who witnessed with his brother Ricky how a lawyer parks his car in the middle of the forest to kill himself. So Mark tries everything possible to prevent that suicide, but the lawyer catches them and forces him to get into the car. So he confessed a horrible secret. Mark was very scared, so he has to face the FBI, the mafia, and also the illness of his brother, who is shocked by the scent of the man taking his own life. Personally, the goodest book because catch you at the first moment that you started to reading. So I think that is something very good. You are motivated to still reading it, but it's unrealistic because how did Mark escape from the FBI? You know, it means he is only 11 years old and he avoided all the ways to talk with the police and also the journalists and the mafia. So I think that is something unreal, but that doesn't take away the good that is the book. So I'm going to talk about the 3 ideas that the best represent the book. First, the secrets. Second, tenseness. And third, perseverance. So I will start with secrets. As both brothers were smoking, they had to hide in the forest so that no one will see them. It was logical because they are only kids and they didn't want to have problems. In the forest, they found the lawyer in the middle of that suicide attempt. And the real problem started when Jerome Clifford, the lawyer, before he killed himself, tells Mark about the murder that his client, Barry Multano, one of the most dangerous gangsters, committed and buried the body on his house. So I think if the lawyer had gone to the police station, he would avoid the suicide himself. And all the problems started because the kids kept a secret. That's why the little kid, Ricky Sway, was in shock at the hospital. And I think we need to talk about how to keep a secret affect our lives. So keeping a secret doesn't have to be bad, like when you have a surprise party and hide the preparations. But in the most of the cases, keeping a secret is a tiring thing that drains you on both a mental and physical level. Why does this happen? Because by keeping a secret, our brain sets the goal of hiding the information. So you need to do it at all costs. Keeping a secret creates stress and can up, leading to a significant sense of isolation, leading to depression or anxiety attacks. The last thing happened to Ricky in the book. So after seeing how Jerome Clifford committed suicide, he began with attacks where he stayed in a fetal position with his thumb in his mouth, and he didn't speak for hours until he gave him a great shock and was a lot of time in the hospital. So I think that affected really bad Ricky. And tenseness, or more specific, emotional tenseness. It is a sensation that we create by reacting to certain events. It is the body's way of meeting a challenge and preparing to act in a difficult situation with focus, strength, vigor, and mental acuity. So this can deplete the body's reserves, making the person feel exhausted or overwhelmed, weakening the body's immune system and causing other problems. So Mark was so worried about what will happen to his family. If they hadn't been there, Ricky would have gone at home with his mom and with him. So the FBI found Mark's prints on the car. So they wanted to talk with him to find out what had happened, So they suspected that he had kept very important information, and the emotional tenseness that Mark was going through led him to seek a lawyer, Reggie Love. He asked her to help him and his family with the problem that he was passing, and she helped him just for $1. So I think that was something very nice of the part of Reggie. And I felt helpless because it reminded me of the case of the fight in Central Park. I don't know if you know that case, but that the police then press and the people harass the boys to want to know the truth. In addition to the abuse of power committed by the police and when talking to the boys without the authorization or presence of an adult. So in the book, Mark doesn't speak to the FBI because his lawyer prevents him, but in the real life, that doesn't happen. They just abuse of all the power that they have. So that is something very bad and sad, but it's the real life, I wish I would help that guys. And the next thing that I will talk is perseverance. Despite all that Mark had to go through, going to prison, seeing his brother sick, having his home caught on fire, being threatened with death, he could have escaped with his family to another country, but he persisted in all situations. He didn't want to escape. He just wanted to solve the problem. So Barry, the leader of the mafia, had been waiting for the best opportunity to silence the kids because if they talk, he will go to prison. He sent one of his accomplices of him to threaten the poor boy with death. But none of that worked, as Mark reminded him with his desire to protect his family from him. I think perseverance makes people achieve wonderful things. A clear example of this is Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was intensely very persistent. At age of 21, he failed in business. At 22, he failed in the legislative career. At 24, he failed again in business. At 26, he had to get over the death of his girlfriend. At 27, he had a nervous breakdown. At 45, he had lost the elections for the Senate. At 47, he had tried unsuccessfully to become a vice president. At 49, he lost the Senate selection again. And finally, at the age of 52, he became the president of the United States. So I could say that another example is Thomas Edison. Edison was partially deaf and only attended school for 3 months before his teacher sent his parents a note saying he was too stupid to learn and advised them to remove him from the school, But his mother didn't think the same and she educated him at home. So Edison happened to be considered one of the most important inventors in the history of mankind. Life as we know it wouldn't be the same if these men hadn't been persistent. It may be a difficult road, but persistent is the key to success. As a conclusion, it's a story that leaves you wondering what would have been the best for the Sway family, because at the end, Mark told the truth and will leave town with his family. But who or what ensures that he will be safe? I think it was all the fault of the lawyer. What was the need to involve two young children in an homicide and witness a suicide? Something that I learned from the story is that you need to be perseverance. Even if you are going through great problems, remember that they are not eternal and that one day that must end. If you have a problem, big or small, don't give up, because keep moving forward in your life and you will see how things will be better in the end. So that was my presentation. Thank you for the attention. I don't know if you have any question.
Yes, Darling. Well, it's very interesting. I feel very interested in that book now. It sounds very cool. But well, I have a question. I would like to know what's your opinion about children keeping adults' secrets?
Okay, great question. I think that is something very bad. Kids are kids, they just need to enjoy their little lives, playing, maybe just discover new things, not keeping secrets of adults, because for that things, they don't have the guilty. And when that happen is something bad, as I said, affect emotionally and also in the physical way, could be traumatized also the kids when they kept secrets. So my opinion is that if you want to tell to someone a secret, please do it to an adult, because kids don't have the guilt. So and disagree with that.
Yes, you're right. You're right, darling. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's a really nice book, honestly, and your presentation was really nice as well. Congratulations. And my question for you is, what would you have done if the mafia wants to kill you?
Ooh. Oh my God. It's a dangerous question. Well, probably I will call the police, because I will be afraid of what kind of things will do mafia, maybe for me or my family. But at the same time, I will think about it as Mark did, because they thought about what will happen to his family, and that is true. We know that the security, the police don't protect you. So I will think very serious about what can I do.
Okay, so yeah, very good presentation, darling. It was very creative, so very good. And well, my question is more because I was wondering if you think that something like that story, can happen here in Guatemala.
Okay. For the insecurities that we are living now, I think that could be possible. That kids are involved in all that things of gangsters, and maybe the kids kill people, because that is the environment that they are involved, maybe the environment that they grow up. So I think that yes, could be possible that happen here in the country. Yeah, so that's it. I don't know if someone else have another question. No? Okay, thank you for the attention.